My fellow citizens, happy Independence Day. 63 years ago, our forefathers were jubilating about the independence that they had gotten, the independence of Nigeria. It is time for us to fight for our own independence, the independence of Nigerians. For 63 years, the Nigerian country as it is has been independent, but the Nigerian people have not been independent. And we must get to that place where the Nigerian people find their independence. Let me tell you something. This independence that we celebrate today, it wasn't an easy task. And for the people who fought for the independence of Nigeria, when they were fighting for the independence of Nigeria, they thought it would never come. Some even said to them, why are you fighting for the independence of Nigeria? Why don't you give up? Why don't you just move on? All sorts of things. But remember what they did. They stayed on, those who fought. And not everybody fought. But a critical number fought and they got their independence. We too must fight and get the independence of Nigeria. We will not sit and allow charlatans to be the ones to dictate to us how our country is run. And if I must tell you something, it's to say this to you. Good must be more tenacious than evil. What we've had all this while is that we've allowed evil to be more tenacious. Good people say, oh no, I'm giving up, I'm going away, I'm moving away. But the people who continue to give us evil, they never give up. They stay on, keep on dishing those evil. And over the generations, different generations have fought to get the independence of Nigerians. And when they almost getting it, they just give up and they move on. And it comes all over again. You know, sometimes you see this generation, they will say, oh, the generation before, they did nothing. If they had done something, we wouldn't be here. But guess what? The generation before, they also fought, but they gave up. They didn't continue. They didn't stay on until they got that independence for Nigerians. And so when they gave up, the evil ones, what do? They become more powerful and they, put people down more and continue. So this generation must break that curse or wherever it is. This generation must ensure that they don't give up. They must stay on this fight until there's the independence of Nigeria and independence of Nigerians. No Nigerian is more Nigerian than any Nigerian. And I must tell you something. The current evil, corrupt political class that we have today, they have never been as afraid as they are today. Forget the fact that they put a game face on. Forget the fact that they're trying to make you know that, oh no. Something shifted in Nigeria between 2020 to date. And citizens that have hitherto not bothered about the country are standing up and are fighting back to get that independence of Nigerians. And so what must happen is that you don't give up. You don't say, oh, because this has happened. No, this has happened, you add more. For those who do not wish Nigeria well, as long as they continue to operate, those who wish Nigeria well must do more, must continue to operate and do more. And that's how you get that Nigeria that we all have been yearning for. History is very slow when you're living it. It's almost impossible. It's almost as if it's not going to happen. But when it happens, it's just because one momentous period in history. But when you're living it, it can be so slow. And a lot of things look so impossible. All you need to remove is the I am. And then it becomes possible. We have a country that can be the greatest country on earth. We have people that have the audacity, that have the talent, that have the intelligence, that have the creativity, that have what it takes to be amongst the top countries of the world. Nigerians all over the world are excelling. They do so well. I mean, Niger people, we know they carry last. Except when we come to our country, then we begin to carry last. No, We must break that shackle of poor leadership that has held us down. We must break it. We are breaking it. We're on it. Giving up must never be an option. Giving up must never be the way out. Good, remember, good must be more tenacious than evil. And so, for the next generation not to look at your generation and look at this generation and say, oh, they didn't do anything. You must stay on. You must stay to the end till the efforts yield the result that is expected. Remember this independence that we all are celebrating on 1st October? Some people once upon a time didn't believe it would ever happen, and there were some people who actually fought against it, who did everything to ensure that it didn't come to fruition. But it did, and so also with that freedom of Nigeria, where Nigerians will be the ones, the Nigerian people will be the ones that will determine how their country is run and by whom it is run. Remember, giving up can never and will never be an option. Nigeria will not do me. Nigeria must work in our lifetime. Thank you and happy independence, and looking forward to that full independence of every Nigerian citizen. Thank you. Happy celebration and bye.
You see this year, they will congratulate you, Taya. You watching this video, they will congratulate you, Taya. Hey.